Can you hear me? We seem to be stuck somewhere here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the GPS is suggesting I carry on. Another block or so, although I have... Oh, this car's moving now. Although I have seen a truck go down here, I don't think I really want to do that. It looks pretty narrow. I don't know if the next turn will be better. But this, well, this trip started out all right. Oh, that street would have been okay. But then they wanted me to do a switch. And I've never done a switch before. Well, at least not in the way of crossing the border with a different trailer. This reminds me of Broadway in Winnipeg.
Turn right at the traffic light.
I've got acid indigestion. It's been a tough day. The pars and paps and numbers, they were all confused and confounded. We had to straighten that all out with the dispatch. Dispatch seemed to have... Oh crap, I can't turn... I am royally screwed. Maybe I can turn, but I'll have to take 2 lanes. It should be okay. It's a good thing I don't have to go to the bathroom and try and navigate this neighborhood. But this is Indianapolis. No, I can't do that. There is a big hole in the ground. So GPS is just going to have to take me somewhere else.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the third left.
I got to get out of here.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the second left.
So GPS is trying to tell me to keep going down that street. I could do it, but I don't know. I have clearance up ahead.
Keep right on South Pennsylvania Street.
All right. We might get out of here yet. Well, I've been through worse.
In 400 meters, turn right on East McCarty Street, then take the second left.
I'm glad I didn't rip down any power lines.
Turn right at the traffic light, then take the second left. Turn left at the traffic light, then keep left.
Tandem's cleared. See, there's all kinds of construction going on here. There's no way this GPS is aware of any of that. I gotta find a place to park and reassess, reevaluate. Nice to be down here among the common folk, though. Driving around way up there on the freeways. You don't get to see what's going on down here. I'm pretty tired. Oh, that old trick. That old trick. Let's get the trucker. Let's get the trucker back. Yeah, everything's closed around here. There's no way this GPS is going to guide me out of here. So yeah, first of all, the dispatch seemed to think that they could link myself and some other driver up. The other driver was out of hours. And like out of hours, right out of the 70. And I got plenty of hours, but I was out of hours for that day. But they told me call in later on tonight to get more details. So I did. And I had been received new instructions saying, oh no, you don't have to get there tonight. You could leave in the morning. You've got plenty of time now. Everything's changed. Just go as far as you can or as far as you want. Pull over and shut her down, and you can go and get there tomorrow morning. Well, that was a load of horse shit.
Keep left to I-70 East.
And oh. And so yeah, so I shut her down. I pulled over and I closed the curtains. I was shut down. I don't know where this detour is. I don't think it's down there. Could have been. Well. And then about an hour and a half later, I decided to check the satellite to see what time it was. And I saw a message there. It said, "You have a new message." So I checked the message. I shouldn't have. And it said, "Please call in to the office to confirm your switch tonight." And now I was confused. Why would I be switching tonight when you told me an hour and a half earlier, 2 hours earlier, that I could shut her down?
Take exit
That I
78,
didn't have to be there until the morning.
Harding Street.
Anyways. I'm going to go to this Flying J because there seems to be a problem with this construction, and this GPS doesn't know
Continue on I-70.
what the hell we're doing here. I don't know what the hell we're doing. So I phoned in. I shouldn't have. And all of a sudden, everything, there was all kinds of confusion. New plans were being made right on the fly. Well, all of a sudden I was being asked to wake up at 2 in the morning and to drive right away. And then it got switched over to 4 in the morning. And then when I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, I saw another one there that says 5 in the morning. Well, now I'm thoroughly confused. And I'm thoroughly pissed right off. So I disregard the 5 o'clock in the morning one, and I know I didn't get my full 10 hours, but I'm aware that there's a split shift allowed now due to the pandemic. So I drive to the new location. It's not the old location anymore. So I got to go and find this driver and his load, do a switch. And I did manage to find him. And did the switch. The paperwork was all screwed up because originally we were supposed to bring our loads in, so we had our border crossing papers all cleared. PARS was cleared, even got transaction numbers and all. Well, I'd never done a switch cross border before. Neither did this driver, so we made the assumption that we need to put new PAR stickers on the copies of the paperwork. Throw out the old PARs. It's a good thing we didn't throw them out, though, because when I confirmed with dispatch, because now dispatch has lost all credibility with me, so now I have to double check everything that they say. Because as far as I'm concerned, dispatch is just a bunch of liars. They're just lying every day. I don't think they mean to. They're trying. But I know I'm being harsh when I'm calling them liars, but I guess they got to cover their ass somehow. And that's how we got into that mess that you saw back there. And I'm going to clean it up again. Me. I'm the one that cleans this up, not them. Me. and that other driver. So dispatch confirms, no, you can't use a new PARS number on a load that's already been cleared. Okay then. What do I do next? Do I got to fill out a new ACI, all this and that? And they weren't getting back to me, so I figured it out for myself. I got to fill out a new ACI. But they didn't want me to throw away my old copies of paperwork. It's all confusing. Had to talk to them on the phone for about 20 minutes, get them to figure it all out. Once we got it all figured out, I was able to leave. But you got to understand, when you've only had about maybe, well, technically I had about 6 hours sleep, but I don't think I really slept because what happened after that last phone call, where plans had been changed around and new plans were being made on this switch. When all of that happened, I couldn't fall asleep. I know it wasn't my fault. I know I did what I had to do. I phoned in and verified what I had to do, and I was given the wrong information. I was told I could shut her down early and head her in there in the morning. But I couldn't fall asleep because now I was confused. I was pissed off because now I had to change my schedule to accommodate someone's mistake. And I didn't particularly appreciate that. So what I went and did is I woke up and I sent them a text message telling them that. Not in a mean and nasty way, just telling them the facts. Here's what happened. Step 1. You told me to do this. Step 2. I wasn't able to do it. Step 3. I called in. Step 4. I was given information. Step 5. I followed that information. Step 6. Step 6. You're lucky I called in, because this would have been a huge clusterfuck. Straight up. I'd have woken up at 6:30 in the morning. I would have made my coffee. And then I would have got your message to call in and confirm for this garbage. Still wouldn't have been my fault. And I would have had a good rest to be able to manage someone else's mistake in dispatch. And I would have been in better spirits and a better mental state to manage that situation. Anyways, I'm going too fast. I gotta slow her down. But no, that didn't happen. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning because I was told to leave by 4, and I left at 4 in the morning. I drove for 3 hours and I did make it to the switch on time as per new instructions. And that's when we made the paperwork mistakes. So it all adds up. You're totally, thoroughly confused and pissed right off. But you can't show it. You got to call in to dispatch and try to work all this out without raising your voice and without getting frustrated. And you could just tell between myself and dispatch, everyone was trying to be diplomatic. But this whole problem lands on the one person who gave me the wrong information, telling me, oh, you could shut down for the night. But lots of time, you can just drive in the morning, anytime you want, anytime in the morning, just drive what you can tonight. Drive what you can tonight. Do what you can. Do your best. Isn't that what they always say? Do your best. Do what you can. Well, when you're driving around fatigued, you're about ready to fall asleep at the wheel, you're fighting to keep your eyes awake, open, you start making these silly mistakes, and it seems like you become intolerant of the smallest little things. Like, you reach for your chips and one chip falls out of your fingertips, you just get fucking mad. You just get irate. And you're thinking about that one person who fucked this all up. But really, it wasn't just that one person. It was a collection of dispatchers. There was poor communication, pardon me. There was miscommunication, misunderstandings. By that time, everyone's tired and nobody can figure anything out. You know, I think if dispatch didn't push it between myself and the other driver, they were trying to get that driver to run to the last minute of his hours of service, to get as close as he can to me, and then to run me to the closest last minute of my hours.
In 1.5 kilometers, take exit 4 on the right to Indiana 37 South.
And even if we could have done that, it would have been better than telling me that I could just go to sleep, wake up in the morning at any time and just get there. But when you're a trucker, you got to read minds. You got to anticipate. But most of all, you have to learn to say no. Most of all. No, it can't be done. You'd have to defy the laws of physics or the law to get it done. And you can't with a satellite
Take exit 4 on the
electronic
right
logs.
to Indiana 37 South, then
And so that's how that all went, and that's why you seen me in downtown Indianapolis. Fine town it is. And now I'm going to my
keep left to Harding Street North,
place of
then
safety
take the
here.
first left.
Going to my place of safety. I'm going to have to try and figure this out because I don't know how to get
Turn left at the
through all this
traffic light,
construction.
then take the first right.
There it is. That's my salvation. Now it's on me to try and get to the border safely. Tired. And I had to calculate all of this problems, all of these problems with traffic and detours. I had to factor that all in on my estimated time of arrival at the border.
Turn right at the traffic light.